Listen, I'd like to give you a short scenario. Picture this. You're having a dinner with a friend or your partner, someone you haven't seen in a long time, and they are telling you a story. It's a long one, and halfway through you suddenly realize that you have the perfect response. It's funny, it's relevant, it's just right, and you are holding on to it. You're nodding your head, you're making eye contact, and you're saying like, yeah, that's right, yeah. But are you really listening? No, you're not listening. You're just waiting to reply. You are buffering. Let's be honest, we all do this, right? So here's my question. Does that make us bad listeners or just enthusiastic talkers? Today I'd like to talk about something deeper, what I call the divine art of attentive listening. Because this buffering state is not just a bad habit, it's actually a barrier to real connection. So we need to talk about the difference between expressive skills and receptive skills. Most of us are overdeveloped expressively. It's like someone who only trains one arm at the gym. Strong output, but weak intake. We reward expression. The best speaker, the loudest voice, the strongest opinion. Great talkers get attention. They get promoted, they win debates, but great listeners, that skill is invisible. And yet, without receptive skills, relationships stay shallow. Think about it. If you are always waiting to reply, you are prioritizing your own output over the other person's reality. Your word, you miss meaning. Maybe you miss the change in tone, or the hesitation before I am fine, or the emotion underneath the sentence. And if I'm busy rehearsing my next line, I miss all of that. Those are not small details. They are the data that actually matters. Miss the data and you operate on bad information. Now let's bring in scripture. James chapter 1 verse 19. The scripture said, "Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." Why do we have 2 ears and 1 mouth? We have all heard it before. Think about it biologically. 2 input sensors and 1 output mechanism. We are literally designed to take in more than we put out. This command isn't just moral, it's physiological. When you get angry, what happens? Your speech speeds up, your volume increases, and you interrupt more and more. And your ability to process drops to 0. Slow to speak is not just politeness, it's a cooling system, a regulation mechanism. When you slow your output, you regulate your emotions. You cannot listen deeply and rage at the same time. They are opposite states. Listening is receptive and rage is reactive. That's why scripture calls this discipline. It's learned. It's a learning skill, not natural. Now, here's the trap, the habitual interruption. Someone tells you a problem and you already know the solution before they finish their sentence. So you cut them off and you think, I'm saving time. But here's the real question. Are you solving the problem or making yourself feel smart? Helping without hearing is not help, it's assumption. Imagine going to a doctor. You say, my stomach hurts, I have had headache, and the doctor cuts you off and says, take these pills and walk out. Even if the medicine is right, you wouldn't trust it, right? Because there was no examination. So when we interrupt people to fix them, we prescribe without diagnosis. And even good advice gets rejected when people don't feel understood. Trust is built before solutions. Trust is built on being understood. This is why listening is an act of love. Time is the only non-renewable resource we have. When you give someone full attention, not waiting to reply attention, but real absorption, you are giving them part of your life, and that opens hearts. You cannot lecture people into vulnerability. You earn it by listening. Look at Jesus. He asks questions. He lets people finish. He listens before he speaks. It's the opposite of what we expect. We think authority speaks first, but Jesus shows us true authority is secure enough to listen. Insecurity is loud, but confident can afford to be quiet. And that is the lesson for today. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next video. Sawadee ka. Mingalaba.